Sedgeford, it's approximately 350 houses with about 800 people. We have a pub, we have a post office 3 days a week, we have a village hall which is the envy of lots of people. I'm the chairman of the parish council. I've been here in the village now for 10 years, and I've been a parish councillor for the last 6 years.
Could have gone either way.
That's it then. The land where Jarvie Close is and the Haystow homes are was absolutely prime development land that we had available within the community, but we were afraid that it would become second home property. A lot of the villages within 2 or 3 miles of here are now 80% second homes and 20% local people. And we felt that the whole of this area was withering away to second homes. We wanted to encourage young people across the whole range, from young mothers to working families to retired couples who had lived and worked within the community all their lives. And this was the type of people that were being pushed out and had to move away from our area. The situation at the moment is that there are no affordable homes in the community. Without the Haystow homes, there is no way that we can keep the village alive and going.
You'd have to go right out of Sedgeford. You'd have to live sort of King's Inn way to be able to even afford rental places, because they're just sky high around here. So it would mean that the whole of our family would have had to, you know, sort of up and leave, and it had been, I work that way, we've got family everywhere around here. Now we've had the opportunity to stay in the village, it does give that youth it's brought the youth back to the village. They've set up another football club, which the football club hasn't been around for years and years and years. And it's just really nice because it is a real community in Sedgeford, and I would not want to live anywhere else. A lot of thought's gone into these houses and who's gone in it. And I'm going to be the baby. They've got massive gardens, the space inside's lovely, it's all really airy, it's really eco-friendly, there's lots of windows, lots of light. They've completely intertwined the houses, the looks and everything of the village. They don't stand out to be housing association houses really, or what the typical housing association house would look like.
It's been quite easy to transition because we're sort of local people anyway, so you know people anyway. The village has got a nice school which is walking distance from the house, so quite lucky to have a good school down there as well.
Right, can anybody tell me about our RE story this afternoon?
I've been working in the school now for 5 years, and the families have been with us for a couple of years. They have got local family in the area, so it's really good for them to be back within the community in which they're familiar, in which they grew up.
Okay, so it's how many squares?
1, 2, 3.
Good.
One of the biggest challenges facing a school in a small village like Sedgeford is the risk of closure due to a lack of numbers. There have been about 60 closures of small rural schools in the last 5 years, so it is a very real threat. 4 or 5 children can mean £20,000–25,000 worth of money for a school.
Oh, thank you.
The closure of a small school does have a big impact on the wider community, because families would not be drawn to a village where there's not a school that's easily accessible to them. That has been seen in other villages on the Norfolk coastline, where now it's just like a ghost village, holiday homes, and not much of a community at all.
Go on, Josh.
Bye, Owen.
I lived in Jarvie Close since it opened, so 2 years. I live here with my wife and 3 children. Ruth from Portsmouth, although my wife's local to the area. Through the kids, you meet everyone else, and then from there it sort of expands. As I said, I've trained with a football team every couple of weeks. Since we came to the village, my children have settled in a lot better. They're calmer than they were in an inner city school. So obviously it's very hectic and you've got to fight for attention there. It's a really nice village, friendly. We get on with everybody. It's obviously coming from the city, it's quite strange where everyone says hello to you as you're walking down the street, whether you know them or not.
My name's Sophie Keogh and I've been living in this Hastow house on Jarby Close for just over 2 years now with my 4-year-old daughter Olivia. I applied for it because I was living in quite a small flat upstairs with my daughter and she was very young. It means so much for me to have my family down the road.
You're going to sit outside?
Yeah. It's that support network, so if anything ever goes wrong, I know my mum or my brothers or my dad are just down the road and they can be here in like 2 seconds to help me, or I can go down there. And it's just made all the difference really, having them so close.
Her living here actually has brought us closer together.
Definitely.
And knowing that my granddaughter was going to grow up in a small village as well, and as she got older, knowing that she'd be able to just pop down from Sophie's house to visit Grandma, and I'd be able to go and pick her up from the local school, and just literally having her on a doorstep and being part of the community. It was absolutely brilliant.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Have a nice day.
You too. Tell Anthony I say hello.
The Hastow houses are gorgeous houses. It's a lovely little development. It's not just a brick box, you know, they've got a bit of character to them.
With Hastow being an association, you do sort of wonder what it's going to be like once you're in, and you think, is it going to be a bit sort of cheap and stereotypical, I suppose. You sort of get that idea growing up what they're going to be like, but it's completely different. It's with the whole eco-friendly side of it, you get cheaper bills. It's a ground source heat pump, and it basically gets all the heat from underground and then brings it through, and it just heats everything up really. So basically your bills are, you don't really pay anything for the heating, it is just mainly the appliances. And it heats up your water and your heating, and voila, it's all eco-friendly.
I'm Caroline Nobes and I live at 29 Jarby Close, and I work at the King William in Sedgeford as a little waitress. I lived in Sedgeford anyway. I had a house in Sedgeford with my husband and we split up, and I needed somewhere to obviously stay in Sedgeford because of my job. It's a project which has been done to help local families, you know, people who need help.
Would you like to order?
Corned beef sandwich, please.
Yeah, see that?
Of course, please.
Chips and peas?
Yes, please.
No, it's just lovely because everyone knows everyone, and a lot of people come in the pub and you get to know them, and I've met so many friends.
Okay, 1 pie, 1 salmon fillet, please.
I go to the King William Sedgeford Wednesday on a Saturday. It's a lovely village and the people are good, and I was living in a cottage down the lane which is very damp and cold, and Hastow built these properties and I put my name down. Unfortunately got one without the stairs. It makes you feel so much better in yourself as well, because it's quite healthy and it's nice and dry. I mean, when I moved from my other place, I didn't realise, because I lived in this damp place for 12 years or more, and didn't realise till I got to this dry place that I went to put my clothes in the wardrobe, but realised they was also damp that they needed dry cleaning or washing, and you got used to living like that. So, but here, oh, nothing smells.
We got friends, our children got friends. They just all play out together, they go to school together, they go around each other's, and it is just really, it's like Ramsey Street.
The impact on the village is nothing but good.
I think I will be here until I have to leave. I don't know, like if I have another child or something, and I think that would be the only thing that would make me move out.
These people, I'm sure, will play their part in Sedgeford in the years to come, and hopefully will take this job over one day.
This is definitely a home for life, I feel. We can make this our home, and obviously our children are young at the moment, but the house is big enough to grow with them, and yeah, it's lovely, really happy.